Men of Reddit, what is the nicest compliment you've ever received from a girl? My girlfriend doesn't want kids, can't stand the idea of carrying a child or having that lifestyle, which I respect. I don't particularly want children either, but have dabbled with the thought, and if she would ever change her mind, I probably would too. One day she told me, the only reason I would ever consider having a child would be to make more of you. By far the nicest thing anybody has ever said to me. Talking to my crush, and I asked what she liked about me the most, not random, we were playing a game asking each other whatever we wanted, and she said, "Your smile, it always lights up your face and makes me happy." I usually have a pretty depressed look on my face just because that's the way I look, but I've had my smile complimented multiple times. This one's my favorite though. Edit, to anybody reading this again for some reason, I've got pics on my profile, at the request of someone, if you wanna verify lol. I can relate so much, dude. People are always telling me, why do you always look mad or emotionless, and then a girl I was talking to said to me, you always look like you just murdered someone, but when you smile it's beautiful. Now that felt good. I had a girl message me the day after hanging out last week that asked me what my skincare regimen was. She claimed my skin was glowing and so plump and flawless. She insisted on knowing what products I used. I was flattered to know she picked that up, even though I don't do anything special. Edit, people messaging me about my skincare routine, seriously nothing. I drink a couple liters of water each day, work out after work and sit in the steam room for 10 minutes after that. Maybe the water and sweat combo? I don't know. Seriously nothing special. Edit 2, I moisturize with St. Ives body lotion with cranberry. Literally bought it because it smelled nice. People think I'm out here smearing caviar on my face or some. Your skin so plump, BB. The best compliment I ever got was by accident. I was walking along the street with my friend, when a young boy and his mother overtook us, and the boy was dumbstruck by me, and was practically walking backwards to stare at me. I was used to it and tried to ignore it. I have dwarfism, making me 4 feet tall and my limbs disproportionate to my body. It also affects how I walk. The staring is just part of my life. Except my friend was absolutely baffled. She asked, "What the hell is that kid's problem?" I laughed, thinking she was just trying to be nice and make me feel better, but I realized by the look on her face that she genuinely didn't understand what the boy was staring at. I hesitated and said, "Well, you know," gesturing to myself. She frowned at me for a couple more microseconds, before suddenly looking incredibly embarrassed. "Oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot." Seeing her genuine revelation made me so happy, I just started laughing. It felt amazing to know that she 100% saw me as normal and couldn't think why someone would find me strange. I couldn't stop smiling for the rest of the day. She just felt embarrassed. Edit, emphasizing the dwarfism part, since it seems people missed it and thought I was implying that I was really, ridiculously good looking, which I found hilarious. I mean, I am, but I'm also a dwarf. Call me Dwarven Steel. The better and longer you know someone, the more their flaws melt away. I think it's the same with beauty too. You get to know someone and get so used to their face or physique that you no longer see it anymore. Their personality has completely eclipsed how they look, so much so that you barely see their physical appearance anymore. Or it's tainted by their personality. You might like a sharp jaw on someone you like, but it's too pointed on someone you dislike. There was this one girl that I worked with. She was in her teens, I was in my early 20s, and when she first showed up I was literally stunned at how beautiful she was. She was like a short Hispanic Pocahontas. I was intimidated. Weeks and months go by and I eventually forget about it until for some reason that time period got brought up and I told her I thought she was stunning, not merely a conventional beauty. And she was a little surprised. She knew she was pretty, but we all are busy and forget and just keep on keeping on. She also had a pretty cold personality. But it was that made her strong in her role at work. Not her beauty. Anyways, between that and drawing faces of people I knew, it made me realize how beautiful most people are and how little difference there really is between ugly and pretty or perfect and flawed. Especially when you see them every day. I don't draw, but I like to study faces. It started when I saw a poster in one of my classes of some really old black dude. I was fascinated by the wrinkles in his face. By the end of the semester, after having stared up at that poster for so long, I could truthfully say, as a straight guy in his 20s, that this old man was beautiful. That realization made me start studying other people's faces, and I came to the same realization that you did. I am fascinated by faces and what they can tell you about a person, their emotions, age, general disposition. Sometimes I actually catch myself just staring at someone in class or in line or on a bus. People are really cool, man. I've been trying to pay more attention to the world around me, to see what I look at and listen to what I hear. It's made me appreciate humanity quite a bit more than I did before. I don't entirely know why I wrote this out, but it's too late to delete it now. Edit, y'all are too kind. I've been feeling down today, but all of your comments are cheering me right up. Just goes to show that something seemingly small can have a big impact. Smiley face. I have a story. So I do theater, and I was talking to some of my friends, waiting for it to start. One of them looks at me and says, out of the blue, "Wow, your eyes are so beautiful." Now, I had never been complimented on my eyes before, so I felt really good. I told her this, and soon everyone was all over me, complimenting my eyes. One girl even said, "I thought everyone told you that, so I didn't bother." I was blushing so hard, I had to step outside and take a moment to collect myself. Edit, I can't send a pic of my eyes, not any good ones, and I can't take another one because my phone is out of storage. Edit 2, I posted a bad pic on r/eyes. Same person, not sure which I liked more, so I'll tell you both. Shortly after having an epiphany and realizing my best friend liked me as more than a friend, we found yet another thing we have in common, and I sort of jokingly said something close to, "Well, there's one more thing I can add to the list of reasons I like you, if I was making a list." She responded with, "I don't have a list, I could write a book, but I don't think I'd ever finish it." A year later, we were talking about getting married. This is in the far-off future, yet while I was packing to move and we were on the phone, she said something very close to, "I just want to have a party with a bunch of our friends to celebrate the fact that I finally get to marry my best friend." I smiled. It was nice to hear. Then all of a sudden the realization hit me like a ton of bricks. Dude, you're her best friend. She's talking about you. I had to put the phone down, shed a few tears, and wipe my face. I dated a girl with a mental illness. It wasn't schizophrenia, but some other thing where her brain would constantly tell her the people around her could read her thoughts and were plotting against her. I know that sounds like schizophrenia, but she was diagnosed and receiving treatment for something I forget the name of. Anyway, we were cuddling in bed one night when she turned to me and said, "When I am with you, I don't need to convince myself that voice is not real. I tell it to shut up, and it's gone." Of all the things any partner has ever said to me, this one will probably stick with me forever. Same. We broke up eventually, but years later, when we met up again, she said to me, "Without you, I would not have been here anymore. That will be with me until the day I pass on." I was on a date with a Lithuanian girl who didn't have much English. She wasn't incapable of speaking it, it was just very broken. Things got a bit hot and heavy back at mine after the date when she stopped at one stage, looked into my eyes for a few seconds and said, "I love your eyes. Sometimes I see angel and sometimes I also see devil." Still to this day the best thing any girl has said to me, plus she was smoking hot, so that helped. I should add though that she meant devil in the playful sexy sense rather than the evil and dangerous way. Damn, that's hot. YT meme culture has infiltrated my brain. Not only did I read your comment in Will Smith's voice, but I literally saw him walk over to binoculars, cue the meme and Shrek or Thanos meme in the viewfinder. Maybe not exactly what you asked for, but it technically fits so. Last year I met a very nice lady while playing video games. She was a fair bit older than me, like around 50, I'm 17. She is honestly the kindest person I have ever met. We started talking more about some personal stuff and became really close. She told me about her 4 kids and her struggles to pay the bills, and I told her about my mental health issues. Turns out she's suffered through much of the same things that I'm struggling with. We try to help and support each other as much as we can. Well, recently she told me that she cares about me like one of her own boys. I think about that a lot. It really hit me hard.